again. We are at airport Bled, or Lesce as it is usually called in Slovenia. And we are going to record another session, another episode, the third episode of the exploration of Slovenia X and Slovenia X Airports. We are assuming that we are continuing our flight from last time. Our aircraft, which is Piper Kamniško, is parked at spot 4, so stand 4. You can see the facilities here. It's a rather small airport, it's quite frequented, it's very popular also due to the vicinity of the road and good connections to it. It's also popular with other it's also popular with flyers coming from other neighboring countries and visiting Bled, for example, or just visiting the friendly atmosphere at the airport. The airport lies to the north of the main airport of Slovenia, which is LJBL Airport, usually called Kamniško Airport or Ljubljana Airport, which is the main hub for the country. But Lesce is probably one of the most recognizable GA airports in Slovenia. For today's flight, I've prepared a little better, I hope. I have here a couple of notes that I would like to talk about. I have here a rough plan where we are heading to, but I'll talk about it later. And also a couple of things regarding the scenery, the things that we'll see on the way, again, some geographical aspects that I want to point out, some landmarks, so what is recognizable in the scenery, what's actually put into the scenery, and I hope that I will again minimize my blunders. Sometimes I just sort of... Let me just start the plane and you'll catch me later when the plane is running. Now that we have the plane up and running, we can look around and then we'll discuss the flying conditions today and proceed with our flight. So, as I've shown you last time, we have some facilities here like hangars. You come to the airport there, to the ramp, this airport ground actually. And here just in front of us, sometimes there are planes parked up and the gliders there in the background. A small tower, restaurant, and there in the background the hay rack that I've explained last time. One on the right, one on the left. One of our viewers last time mentioned that I should use the pointer mouse more when I'm showing things, and I agree, I will do that. So whenever I will explain and wanted to show something, I will also try to indicate it with the mouse. It's not as real as it gets, but it does its job. So you can see the grass, the grass here, and in the background some of it's higher. There are some flowers as well, so it's spring, flowers are starting to bloom. Some markings there where there are like some borders that should be crossed, some markings of the runways, and so forth. So in terms of weather, here is also the fueling station. In terms of the weather, Today is again a calm day. We are flying a real historic weather of today's day, which was okay. It was very foggy, and then sort of cleared out, and then in the afternoon the different sort of storms were coming, but happening actually. We are flying in the morning, so we should have not really clear day, some scattered clouds, and I hope for a good visibility. Today's flight will take us to a picturesque town of Kamnik, which is again located at the foot of the mountains and the mountain range. And there is a small airstrip, local airstrip for ultralight aircraft. It's quite short, it's 300 meters long, so around 1,000 feet long. And it has a difficult approach in terms of hilly surroundings, and it's limited with a specific runway heading that you need to land on, so you have to land on runway 11. It's a grassy strip and short, so it will be a challenge. I will have to be in better form than I had been on our last landing, so for this endeavor I would usually use a stall airplane, something that is capable of short takeoffs and landings, like a Beaver or a Cessna 185, but unfortunately I don't have this aircraft set up in a way that I have my Viper Comanche for the recording, so Comanche will have to run this burden that will put on him. The flight will not be a direct one. We will start in the direction of Kamnik, but then we will make excursions and explore another mountain range that's bordering Austria. It's called Kamniško Savinjske Alps, and look at some peaks, look at some high plains, then flew through some passes or over some passes. Take a peek at one valley, Logarska Valley, which is a very nice valley, and fly around the peaks over another big plain, and then over Kamnik, and we'll try to land there. So with the plane warmed up already, I think it's time to head out. We'll take runway 14 and head south, and of course immediately we'll be in the zone where we need to talk to ATC because of the vicinity of Ljubljana Airport. I would say a very busy but quite busy airport. Lots of traffic coming in, airliners and sorts. It's a local hub towards other big airports like Frankfurt, Prague, Warsaw, Paris, and so on. So quite a significant airport. And so we'll assume we are talking to ATC, and we'll keep clear the left. We'll keep the Ljubljana airport right. So you'll be able to see it, and I'll comment. Let's jump into the cockpit. So today my Trackie R is back in shape again, and it's working nicely, perfectly actually, and I feel much better. It's actually functioning, so I can look around, show you the things. It's a bit more jittery probably, but nonetheless very nice. we are heading to the entrance, to the entry point to the runway. There's no traffic inside, no traffic landing going on. The wind talk shows that there is no wind practically. You can see it swaying lightly in the wind, but not very strongly. And today we also have more traffic on the highway. Not because of my settings, I just don't know why last time it did not actually, the traffic did flow as I'm usually used to seeing it. On the right, so on the right side of the airplane, there is a small town called Radovlica, and it's one of the things that you can orient yourself when landing Lesce Airport, Bled Airport, however you want to call it. There's another windsock there, some traffic going on, and so on. I've turned some lights on, some flaps, and we are ready. Just reach, props full throttle. Flaps, and we are climbing. And you can already see a couple of features. We have gas stations there that are correct. This one is one of the ones that you can orient yourself for a traffic pattern, and it's written the traffic pattern instructions. And you can see there the quarry, the gravel pit. In the distance there, this is Mount Šmarna, a popular place for inhabitants of Ljubljana to visit. You can see typical villages here with the churches and so on. We'll be heading left and try to stay clear of this cloud that's blocking the view. The clouds are hiding airport that's in front of us to the right. We'll just stay here and look around a bit. So my plan was to fly mostly where this cloud and we'll have to adapt the plan or change the weather settings. The clouds are clearing and we are on the other side of the mountain that I wanted to left on the right of, but nonetheless here is storage. Here where my mouse is storage. It's a quite a significant peak, always standing out, always green on the southern side and quite steep and climbable again on the northern side. There's supposed to be a hut here on the southern side of this hill, and all the huts, all mountain huts, all mountain shelters actually, and most of the mountain sheds actually are all in Slovenia X. So you could actually fly to any of these huts with a helicopter, or when you see it, you then can also instantly know where you are. So this is one of the features there. The mountain shelters, they are like emergency shelters when you are caught up in bad weather or night overtakes you in the mountains, and so sometimes it's a challenge to find them. You have to know, you have to have a map or GPS, or have good orienting skills to find them. But from the air they are almost impossible to find. They are more or less, all of them are there, and even if when I know where they are in real life and I've seen them, I've sort of positioned them in the scenery, in the scene, it's also very, very difficult to find them. So practically impossible from air, from the airplane, from the moving airplane. So on the left there's another ridge, again it's the border with Austria. And I wanted to show you this mountain range just in front of us, Kamniško Savinjske Alps. There's Krvavec ski resort, ski place, ski lifts coming from the valley there, and it has a transmitting tower, television tower on one of its slopes, which is recognizable. It's only so you can see it here. You have to fly close. So this is then Krvavec, and then different mountains. This one is called Bački Grebin, and we have here different Močnes. Močnes is also one of these mountains we have, but there are like three of them bundled up together. I will not remember which one is which, but let's say they are Močnes. This one, this hill behind there, is the highest peak in this mountain range. It's called Grintavec. And here on the left is our one is the one that's called the Big Lady, Velika Baba. Very nice term, but it's a significant one. And we are heading there. But first I would like to show you a spot among the mountains actually. So here is a pass that goes to Austria. So for this ridge there's Austria, and be able to take it by car. And here I just reduce the speed and reduce the RPMs. And here is a nice plain among these hills, a very idyllic place again, with a small lake, and there are pastures with some cattle and cows, and I think it's not popular enough, so it's more others. Because it's a bit out of the way of the main roads. It's not very hard to reach it, just not as popular as, for example, Bled, Bohim. So let's take a look at this. So an idyllic lake in the mountains, and some houses and some sheds and some hay racks. It's a very nice spot. In winter it's a very good position for Nordic sports, because it's a long time it's in the shade, so the sun doesn't come here, and especially here in this valley, there's a Nordic center where you can then practice and do how is it called? Not ski touring, but something like that. So on these long thin skis. And again, the mountain ranges here are very prominent, very distinct, very picturesque. Just here on the left, it's perhaps one of the most beautiful huts in Slovene hills and mountains, and it's called Češka koča, and it's modeled. So we have three types of mountain huts here. So here is another one before we sit out of sight. Here's another one, it's called koča na ledinah. And we have three types of huts in Slovenia X Airports. One, the older one, the more traditional one, is based on a Češka koča. Let's say the intermediate in size is based on Ledinska koča, which has a helipad on it. So that's why I'm saying that, let's say, 1/3 of this mountain is landable. And the third one, a bit bigger one, that's modeled in, and it's modeled on the example of Ukrška sedlo, sedlo on Ukrško pass. It's a bit bigger. It's a combination of traditional hut and some newer addition. And these will repeat themselves throughout these hut ranges as a generic type. And it's quite nice to visit them, so you never know which one will await you there. So these are the, here we are circling and gaining height actually, dropping the terrain. So these are the mountain ranges, this is the wall, this is the highest peak, so Mount Kritovec, and this is then Dolgi Herbert Ridge, which ends here in Skuta. Skuta is also one of the hills, quite prominent one in this ridge, and this is the Velika Baba that I was explaining you about. So this is the one, and again here just behind this one is again Austria. So we are constantly crossing borders, and as you can see, it's very nice to have like real weather where it's foggy and mists linger there in between these valleys. So somewhere you have perfect sunshine, somewhere not so perfect. I see also that there is some glitch and minor glitch in the elevation model, which I haven't noticed so far. So again, we are looking and seeing this Jezersko plain, and now we'll probably gain enough height to pass the land of the mountains. So let's see the views. It's a very dramatic landscape. One of my favorite places, but let's say these are one of my favorite places. You can see that by how much time I'm spending explaining as well. Now we are going over a pass that is called Savinjsko Pass, and we will drop into another valley, which is called Logarska Valley. Logarska Valley is accessible from this side of southern side only if you go through this, if you go over the Kamniško Sedlo, so Kamnik Pass on foot, so you have to hike up and then hike down, which is quite a significant hike, so not a lot of people do it. let's say, on a daily basis, so it's more like a exception than. So here we'll follow this route through this Kamnik Pass. So Kamnik Pass on the right. There is a hut just beneath this region. We'll take a look at it. Ljubljana on the right, and Ostrica just in front of us. And here is the valley I was explaining about. So this is Lesce Airport. Again, a very picturesque place, deep into the mountains. We'll fly along this valley. It has some nice bench, some nice resorts, very low key, and you have to pay entrance fee to go there by car. So it's expected that you are like less on foot or on a bike, so the car is less an exception, which is nice. This is also a natural border between a couple of regions, so I would say that, I hope that I'm not too much mistaken, that I'm Roška region, so Kärnten in German, or Carinthia, and the other side of this range that we have flown from is called Gorenska region. It's kind of hilly land. And this mountain range is a border between them. So, showing you the variety is one of the aims again of all these things. Again, another climbing or track and spot, Kamniško Beach, which is like a multi-beach climbing occasion, very accessible also by car, but not from the side that we have flown from, but from other places like Celje and perhaps those places along the highway. So we'll make a turn here and not go into Austria. Austria is where these beasts are lingering, and yeah, it's very nice here. You see how it's overflowing hills, and sometimes you can see that also. So here at the end of this valley, Lesce Valley, this is Mount Ljubljana, very big massive there, and this is Mount Vrana, and these are those peaks that we were visiting beforehand. So here at the end of the valley is a plateau. Let's see if we can position the airplane better, so we can look, perhaps the co-pilot's view will be better. So here on the right, at the end of the valley, there is a plateau, and there is a hut there, and in between a very significant waterfall called Trinka. The waterfall is unfortunately not scenery, but the hut definitely is, so perhaps we'll be able to spot it. But we are aiming for that place there, so just between those two mountains, which is called Kamniško Savinjske, so Kamnik Cell or Kamnik Pass, and we'll try to go there and fly and spot another hut there, which is very popular among hikers. It's Kamniška Kuća, and we'll try to find it. So here, let me take a look. So here you see this is the hut Rešel, it's called this place. So hut Kuća na Rešelu, which means hut on Rešel. And previously we have flown here down this valley. And now let's switch to the pilot's view. We are just going over the saddle, and we'll spot just behind this ridge. We can see the roof, and here is the hut, and the saddle opens up. I see that in the morning there is like smoke coming out, so they are heating already. And here you see that it opens again into this Ljubljana sort of a region, and there is Kamnik where we are headed, but not yet. So we'll fly a bit around here, and I will show you other places here. So just there you can see another hut, or at least a roof of a hut. This is Podpeč saddle, so Kamniško saddle with another hut, and yeah, lots of places. These are my popular hiking grounds, so I've spent a lot of time here walking or climbing. One of the most dangerous and also the steepest walls in Slovenia is this one. It's called Lesce Airport. And it's like it has a very dire reputation. And another wall where the ambitious alpinists are sort of training. This one is called Lesce, and it is at the end. And here you can see Ojstrica from the other side, and this massive planjava on this side. So there is another hut here, located just beneath here. So in real life there is not so much trees there, because we are above the tree level. But somewhere here beneath is a hut, or was a hut, because recently it burned to the ground. And now they are rebuilding it. So this is in real life. It's a big plain. Looks like a football field. I need to find the plane. It's really crash. Somewhere here down below us is a hut. Hard to do the flying and spotting. And I have to pay attention to our speed so we don't. There is a hiking pad as well. You can see the hiking pad here. Some of the hiking pads are only, and you can see the hut here. So it's at the moment it's black. And you could, if you know which pad leads to which orient yourself, so with the help of these pads. So we are turning around, and we are ideally positioned to visit another spot, another touristy place, another quite famous place. It's called Big Plain, or Velika Planina, which is this part here, and it's joined up with the, let's say here is the Mala Planina, like a small plain, and Big Plain. They are connected, they are sort of joined with these typical houses. They are like sheds where the cattle was stored. Cattle grazed these pastures in summer, and so the cattle was located downstairs, and upstairs there were rooms for shepherds. And it's a very touristy place. There's a big cable car coming up here, so not much walking, but still the views are magnificent. You're surrounded by these mountains around you, and it's very idyllic. And it more or less really looks like this. So there's a big plain, and these tiny houses, wooden houses. There's a small church, and a couple of huts where you can have a snack. And also some of these houses have like open doors. You can buy cheese, you can buy milk, fresh milk, and so on. So there are some ponds for the cattle to drink somewhere here is a tiny chapel. I'm not sure I'll find it. There's one of the huts there I see. I think it's called Dombrowski. If I'm not mistaken. So very idyllic place. And it's like positioned again on a plateau which overlooks this valley. And again, if you reach this plateau and this ridge at the border of this plateau, then you can have an incredible view. Sometimes almost to the sea, the southwest, so this direction that we are now turning. So somewhere here, you can spot the sea. Not always. It's to be a very clear day, but I've seen it already. So it's not an easy. So this valley that's coming here beneath us, you can drive into and then go hiking. As you can see, I've managed to do my. So this is a valley called Kamniško Bistrica. It flows here like a river, and the valley is called Kamniško Bistrica Valley. Again, here one of my favorite hills, or the ones that I've visited. This is Veliki Vrh. This is Kamniški Vrh and Planjava. So again, the hills. And this is the ski resort from the other side that I was explaining you about. So now we'll add some power. And this is the pass that we came over. I said that this is the Kamniško Sedlo. The saddle here came over, and there was this hut located just over the ridge. So we came behind this mountain range and flew. Behind it is like a Logarska Valley, and flew over this, and then we traversed here in those mountains, made a circle, and we're here at this spot. So we'll have a look. This in front of us is Halški Greben, or parts of it, and we will have a look at this transmitting tower, and then we'll head to Kamnik, which was seen beforehand down below. From here up, we'll surely see also the Ljubljana Airport. I will not take you into the vicinity of it because it's not part of my scenery, part of Slovenia X Airports. It's done by another scenery developer called RF Scenery Building, RFSB. I think it's a very nice addition. We have cooperated in a way that we managed to color tune the both products in a way that they blend quite seamlessly. So in the user guide of Slovenia X, you have instructions how to fine-tune them both together. So here the scenery of Ljubljana Airport. I wanted to show you, this is the lake where the water comes. So from this lake the water is used, so it's an artificial reservoir for water is used for artificial snow. Well, it's like they are doing it artificial, but it's a natural thing, so they are spraying water and it increases and falls down this snow. So this is the transmitting tower. It's modeled exactly on the model in real life. So, and this wall here, these are cable car stations, and these are skiing grounds. So it's pastures, little pastures are actually skiing grounds in winter, and then in summer again they are pastures and favorite hiking spots, places for hikers and mountainers. So we'll make a turn to the right. We don't want to get too close to the airport. As you see there, again, it's quite complex scenery. The underlay that you see, this underlay is part of Slovenia X. It's in very high LED, so it's 30 centimeters per pixel resolution, so it's very, very high. And I strongly recommend that you use it as an underlay, still even if you have that product of RSFB. And so they complement each other very well. But it's a bit demanding on the hardware in a way that it needs to be then. But it pays off. Now we are just turning. So this is the road that is taking us to this airspace. So the first plane that we visited beforehand. We'll take another look at this, and then we'll start approaching. We'll go over this ridge, lose the height, and start approaching our airfield. Transmitting towers, the ski slopes, the cable car comes somewhere here. We'll switch to my co-pilot view. Co-pilot will show us better. So the cable car comes up here from the valley, and there then take the ski lifts up to this point. So this is the highest part of the ski slopes. This lake, artificial lake on top. And onwards you usually either go ski touring or you go hiking. It's very popular spot because it's the vicinity of Ljubljana, so we have like from Ljubljana I would say it's 30 to perhaps 40 kilometers, and you are in a perfect position to go skiing actually. It's not very high in altitude, so that's why they need artificial snow as well. But depends on the season. Some season there's plenty enough snow already. So we'll use this occasion again, as we are already here, to fly over Kamniško Savinjske. So another saddle, another hut. We'll come through this gap. Always interesting to fly through these gaps. And you can see that, although of course I know the hills and I know the scenery as well, you can actually navigate very efficiently by the means of seeing the forms, seeing the landscape, and seeing the shapes, and just following them. So once I've been here, the helicopter came in, searching, rescuing some, I know, I have then read up on the topic, but so we are now in Kamniško Savinjske, steep valley that goes into these hills, and this will take us almost directly to the airport and the town of Kamnik. So where I was staying, I was saying that the helicopter came in this remote passing, was searching for someone, actually searching for those in need of help. And I remember how tiny it looked actually. It was very, very tiny. Now that we have flown through it, looks like a very narrow pass, but in fact the helicopter, which is quite significant, probably larger than our plane now, is LJBL Huey. It's practically insignificant when you compare it to the pass and the hills, so plenty of space there. And even though you hear it very well, it's sometimes even hard to spot. Now imagine how hard it is for the pilot to spot somebody who is not moving or who is located on the ground. Sometimes it's very hard to pinpoint a climbing valley in the wall, for example, even know where to look at, or you hear them and hear the hammer hammering the pitons in. It's very hard to actually see them because they are so tiny. And imagine that when you are stationary looking from the valley or some other peak. But imagine flying the helicopter at some speed, then actually also looking for somebody to help. So this is one of the story. The other side of the story is that then when you locate them, you actually need to go very near the road rocks with the rotor blades and try locating them. Well, floating houses, this is something that will happen the more various the terrain is, the more accurate the mesh is. This happens. This is the reason. The reason is because the simulator loads the terrain and the mesh in the distance very roughly, and then finds it when you come closer. What it does not do, unfortunately, is then also repositions the autogen. So some of the houses, like lots of houses which are special autogen, will stick to the ground when we find, and these houses, the general autogen, those houses represent older mine, and the textures are modified in Slovenia and are accurate for the Gorenjska region. They actually still float in the air because the terrain is fine. We are coming over Kamnik, and now I hope that I will be able to fly the plane in a way so that we can look around and see the Kamnik itself. So here is Daligrad, I think, Maligrad here. This is the town center, and this is the old part of Kamnik, so the church there, Ljubljana, pedestrian zone, and this is the new part, some industrial buildings, schools and such, and this like housing and some blocks of houses there. I have to watch my speed. So from another view, there's a big quarry there, which you can recognize it by, and there in the background it's this mountain pass, Kamniško Savinjske that we flew through. And it's my plane. Okay. So here's a golfing place, also in real life, Loreto, Bolchi Potok, Italy. So a gardening place. It's called like a big garden, exhibition of flowers and so on. And now we'll try to find our airfield, Kamnik. It's located at the beginning of Kamnik, so I'm just a bit cruising around and I need to check my altitude. So it is approximately 1,200 feet high, the airport, so we'll need to do our traffic pattern at 2,000, around 2,000, or a bit more, 2,100. It lies in the airspace of Ljubljana Airport, and there are strict definitions. You can use it and how it's used, how you approach it, what you do in terms of go around, so that you would not come into a conflict of ELS landing pattern there. That is usually at Lesce Airport, so usually the airliners will come from this side, so they will pass from here to the right to the airport. This is the most common landing approach that you would see when you fly to Lesce Airport. So here is our strip, so you can see the hangars there are black. Unfortunately that they will be different color. Just come into the cloud I want to show you. So this is the industrial zone at the beginning of Kamnik, so coming from the south, and we need to circle around and land from that northern side. So we'll lose altitude here. The circling point is over the road leading to Kamnik and the intersection of this road with the railway. So we are not positioned above it because there is the cloud at the moment. So we'll be heading right. Come to the highway towards Maribor. Try to maintain around 2,000 feet of altitude above ground level. Check. This time, so at around 1,000 and reach our speed. So we'll come here from this direction. Let's take some flaps out, and this is a magnificent view of the mountains there. We'll stay at this altitude, and the speed is quite proper. We'll make a turn here, downwind. Then we are high enough, and we'll find the opposite direction of the runway, which is like this. We're a bit close, benefit position slightly to the left. I think that here the speed is crucial ingredient. So we'll go left slightly, check our position with regard to the airport. The speed is just right, so let's do the gumps. So we have gas, both fuel tanks are on, we have undercarriage, we have mixture, rich in, and we have props full in, and we have seat belts on. So let's do our final turn. We'll go as slow as we can, so in the base, 2 notches of flaps, losing altitude right now. So just to clear this freeze, see our position. Okay, good. Coming on to final flaps, and let's reduce throttle some more. So the shock cooling of the engine is never good, but in this case we really want to be slow, and it's unavoidable to close the throttle drastically and to come here over the fence as slow as possible, which is still quite speedy, but let's see if we manage this time. So yeah, I'll try to let it float a bit
that, touch down, and then hit the brakes and hope for the best, so we end by the end of the runway. And this is the way how it's supposed to be done. So finally I have shown some skills when landing. We'll turn around here and take that road there, park, and then we'll look at the replay. I wanted to bring you to these particular airports to show you how even these small scale airports and airstrips looks like, and what you can expect from Slovenia X Airports. The majority of them, practically all of them, are modeled in the Slovenia X Airports. So, and I would say that it's at least 1/3 or perhaps 1/2 of them are these tiny strips. You will find here the correct disposition of elements. You will find here windsocks and hangars and other buildings that you will be able to recognize. Of course, some of them will repeat themselves, will look alike, but I went to great lengths to change them and to modify them and to make them the way that they actually look special and recognizable. And they all have grassy strips, or they have 3D greenery, custom trees, shrubs, custom elements, and they all, I wanted to achieve in all of them some kind of being in use, so that they show their use and they show that they are alive in a way, that they are not just the strips there, but actually that these are living and breathing airfields, or at least airstrips that are used by local communities. So of course you cannot expect them to be on the same level as individual airports of some other developers, where they focus on one particular airport and develop it to the extreme details. I just couldn't afford that. There were too many of them to model, and I needed to stick to the basics. So the textures, the ground textures and so on will be mostly like a default airfields, and they will not be very detailed. And on the other hand, you will see and find a consistent look of and feel of these airports. So there is none of them that it's done on a very extreme high level, but it's also none of them that would look like just an airstrip or something that came out of default. You will recognize it immediately that it has some fine-tuning, and that it sort of we've brought some love and attention to it.